Ron Harris here from MuscularDevelopment.com with our coverage of the IFBB North American Championships in Pittsburgh. Coverage brought to you by High-Tech Pharmaceuticals. We are wrapping up the Open Men's Bodybuilding tonight. The whole show is ending tonight after 4 long, grueling days of judging with almost 1,400 competitors. Joining us now, new IFBB Pro heavyweight champion Adam Young. Adam, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I understand that you have moved up a class. Last year, how did you do? You were at this very show?
Yeah, I did light heavies last year at USA's and this show last year. I took 15th last year.
Wow, at this show? Wow, what happened there?
Well, I had a little run-in with a little spillover.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking at you now, I can't imagine
We changed things up pretty good this show.
Okay.
We changed things up a lot this show, and it worked out real well.
And you also won one of the junior shows last year, correct? The overall?
I won the light heavyweight class at juniors last year.
Okay.
Yep.
So I always ask this because everyone's got a different story. How did you get into bodybuilding?
I graduated from the University of Alabama. I've always been a gym rat, and I always just wanted to do a show. Yeah. Jumped into bodybuilding, won the overall my first show, went to junior nationals. My second show took third, won my next show, so it started off good for me.
I'll say.
It started about 5 years ago, so it's been a 5-year journey so far.
Okay, so that's not terribly long.
Not too long.
Because I interviewed a guy staying in this spot last night who's been, his first pro qualifier was 30 years ago. Just got his pro card.
I respect that, though. That takes a lot of...
You're ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I am, exactly.
Okay. So I also understand you train at a pretty well-known gym and a pretty well-known guy that trains there. Tell us about that.
Train at Armbrust Pro Gym. I also work at Armbrust Pro Gym.
Okay.
Yeah, my one of my coaches, Dylan Armbrust, he's my trainer. He owns the place. Phil Heath works out there, so as we all know,
Yeah.
6-time Mr. Olympia. So, yep. So yeah, it's we get after it there for sure. The energy's always high. It's a great place to train. I have to contribute a lot of my success to that. To be honest with you.
Is the air actually much thinner up there? I've always wondered.
It's thinner for sure. I mean, you'd feel it for a couple days, but it's not crazy.
Because there always used to be this big deal that if sports teams from other cities went there, they were screwed.
They are, yeah. And you hit a baseball a lot farther too.
So how was your prep for the show? Were there any special challenges? Was it an easy prep or a tougher prep?
It's tough prep. I mean, I was at USA's, what 5 weeks ago?
Yeah, I was there.
Took 9th.
Yeah.
Again, we did things a lot different this time. We came in with conditioning, wanted to keep things real tight, brought the size, brought the density, and total package today.
So obviously you're glad you didn't stop after the USA, but you know what was the thought process after you got 9th? I mean, some people would have said, "Screw this! I'm gonna shut it down for a year." How did you know that pushing on might come out with a reward like it obviously did tonight?
If you know me, you know I don't stop. I don't slow down.
Right on.
Yeah, I keep going. I love this shit, man. I stay motivated all the time. I always want to get better. I knew I had the size. I knew I had the density at USA's. I just didn't bring the conditioning. I was dry about a week out.
Yeah.
And then we, carved up a little bit too hard and spilt over, and we just knew we had to make a couple minor changes, and we brought the great package we did today. So.
Tell us a little bit about who you work with as a coach, how you got working with him, and what's his approach like? What do you like about his approach?
I work with Dave Kallick out of California, and then my trainer's Dylan Armbrust out of Armbrust Pro Gym.
Yeah.
Dave and I, we started working together actually about midway through my prep into USA's. He took over my nutrition and my training and all that stuff. Well, like I said, I train with Dylan, but he did my prep. We did things a lot differently. We did a lot of no carb days.
Ooh.
We did a lot of no carb days. We kept carbs real low, fats real high, proteins were real high, cardio stayed high all prep.
How high is high for you?
I was doing 70 minutes of cardio every day. I was doing no carbs probably about 2 or 3 times a week. Low carb days were about 75 grams, and we'd have 2 high carb days. So kept things pretty low, just wanted to come just extremely tight, and I think we did that today.
And the cardio, can I ask? Because I hate fasted cardio. Were you doing a lot of fasted cardio?
We do bookend cardio. So I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I do cardio, and I do cardio about 8 o'clock at night before I go to sleep.
Fair enough. Okay. Now, you've been a pro for about 10 seconds now, so it's always dopey for me to ask, but I have to ask. What are you thinking about next? Are you going to take some time off, make improvements, or you want to jump right into a spring show?
I'm gonna talk to my coach. I'm gonna take some time off so my girlfriend doesn't kill me.
You should also mention your girlfriend is also an IFBB pro.
My girlfriend also turned pro this year, so we both turned pro in the same year, so that's pretty sweet.
Wow. What's her name and what show did she turn pro at so she doesn't kill you later?
CJ Ingle, she turned pro at Junior Nationals, won the overall. Yeah. She's a badass.
So you're a 2-pro household now.
We sure are.
I mean, she wasn't holding it over your head that I'm pro and you're not, I hope.
Oh, she was. Let me tell you. Oh yeah.
So what's the first thing you're going to eat now? Because you're probably dying for some food.
I think we're gonna go to this place called Meat and Potatoes.
Is that a real thing, or are you
It
just
is.
making it up?
It is. Even though I've had a lot of meat and potatoes lately.
Right on. Well, if you don't mind hitting a couple shots back, take a step back, hit a couple shots. People can see what you look like tonight to win that very competitive class. Yeah. And once again, let me remind everybody, this was almost 1,400 competitors this weekend. This was a crazy competitive show. So anybody that I'm interviewing that won tonight, you know they're top notch. Cool. Right on. Cool, man. Thank you. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Enjoy your win. Enjoy the pro status that you worked hard for. For MuscularDevelopment.com, this is Ron Harris, the new IFBB Pro, Adam Young. Thanks, man.
Thank you.